Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome back to another Happy Hump Day live stream. Today is April 22nd, 2020, and boy, do we have a lot of things to talk about. I mean, well, you already know. You're here too. You've been living through, this whole year as well, and so on and so forth. Got the neighbors honking, you already know the deal. We out here, doing it same as always. Anyways, guys, without further ado, you already know what the deal is. All right, as we, start getting this thing rolling, we're gonna wait for people to come in. So one of the first things we're gonna do is we're gonna pop in. Oh look, I'm there again. Look at that. It's me. It's me looking at me. All right, so what we're gonna do is we already saw that we're streaming great. Everything's wonderful. So now we're gonna put in the 5-minute timer, put a little music, wait for everybody to start shuffling in. I'm gonna check out the chat. You already know the deal. Get this thing rolling. Get this whole thing rolling, guys. We got a lot of things to talk about. So many things, as you guys already saw from the title. Everything from the International Monetary Fund now going after crypto in the middle of all this. Going after stable coins and all that stuff. We're gonna talk about that in a minute. Again, in case you've been under a rock the last couple days, you missed out on negative $40 a barrel oil, so you missed out on getting some free oil, or actually getting paid to get some oil. We're gonna get into that in a minute. More bailouts. You already know the deal. Everybody gets a bailout out here, so we're gonna be talking about that. In fact, here I got a little meme for that one, a meme that I made like a while ago for another video. Let me. This is what's coming in case no one's.
Listen to me carefully. Is being given a special package, and I don't want you to open it.
Oh wait, this ain't the. I think this is the wrong one. Wait, hold on. This is the already. This is the unedited one. Where's the one that I made it? Was it that one? I don't even know. Anyways, as you guys can see, this live stream is going off to a great start. So, anyways, more news. XRP sues Ripple, whatever they're called. Actually, it's Ripple. The company Ripple decided to sue YouTube, for all of the crypto YouTubers out there, me included, that have been calling XRP and Ripple a scam, well, since forever. And yeah, so now Ripple, the company, is going to be suing YouTube in order to come after YouTubers like me and pretty much every crypto YouTuber out there that said anything remotely close to the truth about XRP. Now we're all going to get targeted, so that's going to be happening. The halvening, did you guys even know the halvening is like just a few days away? And also, I was looking at the calendar and I just realized rent's due next week. Hope you guys are ready for that one too. So again, lots to talk about on this show today. We're going to wait for the timer to, well, actually, you know what? We already know the timer's already going off. We're going to do a little bit shameless plug, as I always do during this little brief period of time in which we wait for everybody to shuffle in and get ready for the show. Because, again, the reason I do this is because I watch live streams as well. I watch other YouTubers. I love YouTube. I'm a big YouTube guy. I'm a big internet guy. So, I really hate whenever I get the notification late. I tune into the live stream and the guy's already going with the first story or the first this, and I miss like so much. So I basically like to do a little bit of a grace period, a little bit of a 5-minute time period, so I can just, again, I'm going to start going over the stories. In this case, I'm going to tell you guys to please go to my website. And I'm going to tell you why to go to my website in particular, because again, I was listening to another crypto YouTuber talking about, again, the whole Ripple situation. And he was basically saying, look, please, if anyone out there really enjoys my content and really enjoys, watching me and is scared that one day I'm not going to be here, just go to my website. All right, first of all, save it on your browser so you know, all right, that my website's there. And then sign up down below. Give me your email. All right, I'm going to flat out say it, all right? Give me your email. And why? It's so that we can all be connected. Because right now we're using YouTube and we're using so many of these middlemen as intermediaries, and then they have our emails, they have all of our private information, and then we can't contact each other. You guys have ways to contact me. As you guys already know, I talk about it all the time. Look at the links down below where you can see all the links, of all the communities that I built, whether it's the Discord or all the other stuff, whether it's on Library, BitChute, the other YouTube channel, so on and so forth. So again, but mainly this right here. I just want to remind everybody, please, just sign up and send me your email. Now look, obviously I'm collecting emails, but I don't send anyone anything. For anyone out there in the audience that's already signed up, you guys know you only get one email saying, I got your email. That's it. And why? Why do I need this? Because in the future, in the very near future, who knows when this will be, I'm going to be, pretty much maybe hopefully getting my own server like back in the day, kind of just hosting everything on my own like a lot of people have done, or doing some sort of decentralized whatever. Who knows? The point is that obviously YouTube is getting more difficult for not just me, but pretty much every YouTuber out there. So in case something were to happen where, like it's happened before, where I just disappear, they make me disappear, and I'm gone for like a week. This is a way in which I can reach out to all of you guys no matter what. So again, you don't have to do this, but you can at the very least, just go to the website, bookmark the website. It only takes a millisecond, all right? And that way you have everything, You not only can you find all my videos, you can find, all the links, to where I'm at. I'm going to be adding more to these, again, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram, I'm on other, I'll have another YouTube channel, so on and so forth. So please, make sure that you stay on top of all that. All right, so timer's up. Obviously, I always go along. We have a lot of things to cover today. As I was getting ready for the show, I bumped into this YouTube video, and I didn't get to see the video per se, but at the beginning of the video, there was a little scene that reminded me of something, and I was like, you know what? I have to show this to you guys. So that's what I'm going to do in a second as well. Before I get too ahead of myself, let me check out the chat real quick. I see someone's already sent me a super chat. Thank you so much. But by the way, I'm all over the place today. My tablet ran out of battery, so I don't have access to the chat. So I'm trying to figure out, let me see, how do I get to the chat here? Because I can't read it. Even though you guys can all read it there, I can't necessarily read it. See, look, and it's funny because right now I'm looking here, and my live stream isn't even showing up. It seems like my live stream is already being, this live stream right now that you guys are watching is already being censored or something. This is interesting. Wow. Yeah, sorry guys. Hold on, let me just play a little music while we wait for Jose to get his shit together. But shout out to all of you guys out there today in the audience. Welcome, as always. Love you guys. You guys are the best. Wonder what's going on. Wonder why my live stream is not showing up. That's super weird, right? That is super weird. Hey guys, check on in your subscription. You know what? Maybe I'll check here. This is really weird. Why the live stream ain't showing up? Let me see. Okay, so this is like on my other. We're just checking this out together. Okay, so this is my other account. Let me see. Okay, we got a notification. All right, let's go to subscriptions and see if we show up. By the way, shout out to all of you guys out there today. Yeah, see, look, where am I? I'm not showing up. You see, I should be there somewhere. I should be here. Plunk, plunk. Look at that. I'm already getting shadow banned. Today's episode's already getting shadow banned. Son of a... Anyways, well, whatever, man. Again, even more emphasis on why, we should all be on, you know what I mean? You should again, everything I was just saying right now. Because again, this video, I'm gonna repost it. I record all these videos so that I can repost them on, like as you guys can see here, like on BitChute and stuff like that, and other, other platforms. But as you guys can see, I put the live streams here and all that stuff. And that's why I'm putting the chat on screen so that people can see the chat. You know what I mean? Because when I'm putting it on another platform and all that stuff. And again, I didn't want to start today's show with censorship. But, again, that's the corner they put me in. And baby don't like to be put in a corner. All right? So, anyone out there that remembers that. Okay, hold on a second. Let me... Because I need a soundboard, man. I already got used to doing a soundboard with my friend when I'm doing the Boomer and the Zoomer live stream. And by the way, I'm not doing the Boomer and the Zoomer podcast as much. It's just because we're both very busy. But for anyone out there that wants to see more Boomer and the Zoomer content, let us know. Let me know so that we can make more of it. All right? MJ, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Thank you. I just saw it right now. Sorry. Just all over the place, but thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Okay, so let's get to it. Let me see. I want to read the chats for a minute. I don't want to get the chats. I know you guys are really in the chats, chatting it up. So I'm gonna see what's up. So give me a second. Hold on. I'm confused. Is this thing playing? Oh, it's not playing. I'm such a. All right, hold on. Chats. Shout out to Opie. Love you, brother. Always in there. Shout out to Callie. Always in there. Thank you so much. By the way, if you haven't seen my interview that Callie Picker did of me, check it out. Okay, check it out. It's on my channel and it's on his channel. Check out his channel and check out the interview. Thank you, MJ, for the $10. Thank you so much. I know you can't stay, but hopefully you can catch it later. Hopefully you're still around, as I said. Thank you so much. Callie, leaving the emails, making the contacts. Good morning, Daniel. Good morning, Lucy. Good morning. All right. Let me see. All right. It seems like, yeah, maybe I said a bad word. Maybe it's something. Again, who knows? It's probably the title. I mean, I'm talking. I mean, it's in the title. All these things, but who cares? Yeah. So okay, I'm already banned. I'm being shadow banned at the moment. Okay. So that's for sure. You guys can already see that. That's happening. But you know what? Who cares? You know what I mean? Hey, it's not only is it 420, it's 422. Oh wait, hold on. I don't know what that means, but I hope you guys enjoyed your 420. All right. Hope you guys are enjoying 420. Indoors, smoking, eating Doritos all day long. But look, guys, I saw this the other day. Actually, I saw it yesterday. Sorry, I saw this yesterday, and I was like, man, I gotta share it with you guys. I just have to. So without further ado, let me share it real quick. All right. And then we're gonna get to something else I want to share, and then we're gonna get to the topics. I mean, there's just too much. I mean, let's just have some fun today. Seems I'm already getting banned up the Yahoo. So, and again, remember last week? Last week I was getting like 30 viewers at a time. I was getting a lot of new viewers. They were really spreading the word on my channel. Seems like they don't like me no more. I don't know. I can't win with YouTube. YouTube is like a really unstable girlfriend, man. One day she loves you, the next day she wants to kill you. I don't even know what to say anymore. Whatever. Anyways, so without further ado, here, check this out, guys. I saw this and I was just like, man, this is beyond hilarious. Kristen kept saying that this is not funny, but she keeps what do I call it? Like quoting this, so it's so I think it's funny. All right, so you guys be the judge.
Inside your house. That's easy. It's not. How do I get the virus out? Okay, X is cough. Y is to sneeze. B is sneeze. A is to eat. And then hit both of them to do super. That's how you guys have the virus. There you go. Okay. Okay, don't get that pal. Don't get the door. Hey man, there's a brand new festival called Hitchella. Here are 2 free tickets. There's gonna be tons of hot horny girls there. LOL. That sounds pretty cool. Dude, that's a big bowl of bad soup. Don't go to that. How do you know? I was gonna check it out. Also, it's pretty simple. Alright. Just cut it out. Just cut it out. I was gonna talk to this girl real quick. Hi, my name's Jenny. Fucking come. Dude, she's sick. That might be allergies.
You can't hear it?
Oh my God, my guy's acting weird. Look at your health. That's can't give you Rona.
I hope you guys can hear it.
Explosive diarrhea. Yo, Kyle, don't go to that store. It's not even gonna buy this. Oh my God, you really don't understand this game, Kyle.
Give Grandma a kiss first.
Leave her pig on the cheeks, close mouth. Bark, bark, bark. Mom's getting able to go with like this explosive diarrhea. Double bark. What?
Yeah, it's a little low. I apologize.
Bark, bark, shit, bark, shit. You just killed your grandma. Congrats, you're a selfish dick. It sucks.
I like at the end say, hey, can we just play 9/11 again? That was more fun. I hope you guys can see that. I heard it, whatever. But I mean, I just saw that yesterday and I was like, I couldn't get enough of it. So this guy's really funny, by the way. I mean, he's all right, but some people think he's hilarious. You know, Joe Rogan loves this guy, but he does a lot of shit like that. And yeah, there was Opie saying like, oh, there was 2 people there. Yeah, there was 2 people. It was just like a little skit that they were doing. Anyways, but it was hilarious. Good stuff. I mean, not as hilarious as Crude going into negative, but hey, you know, that's But anyways, but you know, again, I was watching a video earlier today. I didn't get to see the whole thing. In fact, I only saw like a minute of it. I didn't get to see everything. But I'm gonna show that to you guys right now. And yeah, pretty much they were playing a little clip at the beginning of the episode, and that was later. They were playing the clip. I'm like, you know what? Let me play this whole thing for you guys. Let's watch it together. Yeah. So I mean, you know, I just wanted to show you this because again, this goes to show a lot of the. Just watch it, okay? I mean,
we just got here, and we have more than enough food to get us through the winter, right? Why go back? But there was that ant that stood up to me. Yeah, but we can forget about him. Yeah, it was just one ant. You're right, it's just one ant. Yeah, but they're puny. Puny? Say, let's pretend this brain is a puny little ant. Does that hurt? No. How about this one? Are you kidding? How about this? You let one ant stand up to us, then they all might stand up. Those puny little ants outnumber us 100 to 1. And if they ever figure that out, there goes our way of life. It's not about food. It's about keeping those ants in line. Oh, you ants! Ideas are very dangerous things. You are mindless, soil-shopping losers. Put on this earth to serve us. You're wrong, Hopper. Ants are not meant to serve grasshoppers. I've seen these ants do great things. And year after year, they somehow manage to pick food for themselves and you. So who's the weaker species? Ants don't serve grasshoppers. It's you who need us.
that's right.
We're a lot stronger than you say we are. And you know it, don't you? Well, Princess. Hopper, I hate to interrupt you. You ants stay back! Oh, this was such a bad idea.
You see, Hopper, nature has a certain order. The ants pick the food, the ants keep the food, and the grasshoppers leave.
So yeah, guys, in case you guys don't watch the Dollar Vigilante out there, I haven't seen this episode yet, but you know, it just, I saw that this morning as I was getting ready. I didn't get to see the episode, obviously. I only saw a little bit of that, you know, I didn't see the whole thing either. But it's like I had to play that for you guys because it's like, you know, we are now entering that moment in time. This is it. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. We're here, all right? And I don't know about you guys, but, you know, well, it's okay if you're queer. You know, we're here, we're queer, get used to it. No, but, and again, it's okay. Don't worry. Just wanted a little humor. By the way, long ass intro today. Long intro. I just noticed I've been already streaming for 20 minutes. Holy guacamole. But yeah, guys, you know, basically that's where we're at right now. You know, we're at that moment in time in which we are starting to rise up in one way or the other. And what are we gonna do? I mean, really, are we gonna, you know, we gonna let these guys continue to hold us down for you know, forever, or are we gonna, you know, finally realize that, you know, we're the ones that are important? They need us. We are more powerful than them, and so on and so forth. And you know, the only way that we're gonna realize that is by pushing back to the point where we take it all back. And you know, some people don't want to hear these things, and some people, you know, a lot of people are out there like, hey, don't rock the boat. Everything's fine. But you know what? The thing is that the boat right now, it's rocking. It's rocking like crazy. And you know what? I don't think any of us really rocked it. Okay, they rocked it themselves. All right, the boat is about to literally, you know, sink. And what are we gonna do? Are we gonna keep? Are we just gonna keep saying, oh, everything's fine, everything's wonderful, blah blah blah, or are we gonna, you know, start rising up and seeing if maybe, you know, hey, we can put some weight on this side of the boat, or maybe we can take over the controls, or whatever, something, anything to not have the boat sink. And even if the boat is sinking, which it probably is, again, what are you going to do? You're just going to sit there, or are you going to try to swim to safety? You're going to try to find their life raft. Are you going to try to help yourself, help others? Again, you know, these are all the decisions that we're all making right now, that we're all, you know, being thrown in our face right now. So, you know, with that being said, I mean, did you guys even see the whole oil going negative thing? You know, to me, it's still crazy. It's still crazy, the fact that, look, I mean, as of right now, you know, it's not like what's negative is futures, okay? But still, oil prices are, you know, they it seems like they've rebounded, but they're still like, you know, I don't know what it is. Is this, look at this, $15 a barrel. Again, guys, you know, let me check, because I don't know. I have no idea what the actual, you know, prices are at the moment, because I know that they rebounded severely, as you guys can see here, after the dip, after the, you know, the bounce all the way down. But yeah, I mean, you can see it right here. Let me see, 1 week. Yeah, look at this. Okay. So yeah, right now they're at $14. But again, guys, I mean, it's more expensive to eat McDonald's. You know what I mean? You can get a McDonald's Happy Meal or value meal. At least look, you can get a value meal and a Happy Meal. All right. I should change the title of today's episode to Value Meal instead of Happy Meal. But you can get a value meal, you know, for the same freaking price as you can get a barrel of oil. And again, guys, you know, what does all this mean? Look, everything around the world is made in oil. Everything. Okay. Everything. I remember, everything is you know, plastic. All right, there's so many things besides plastic that are made out of oil. Oil, in a sense, is the blood of the world. It's what runs the world. And there's going to be a lot of changes coming, all right? Look, we already knew that these changes were coming, but we don't know how they materialize until they're materializing. Look, this is something that I was thinking about the other day, but like, for example, there's a lot of people out there, you know, again, this is 420. We're in 420, all right? So 420 time. Anyone out there that is into this world, you guys already know that we can make everything out of hemp. We don't need oil. We don't need these chemicals. We don't need this pollution, this poison. We can make everything out of hemp. Imagine being able to make concrete out of hemp. Okay? Not only is that concrete natural, but again, you know what I mean? Now all of a sudden you can breathe. That wall breathes, and you can breathe in it. And it's like you're outside. You're in a natural home, like it's wood or something, as opposed to concrete, which was made, you know, with chemicals. And again, everything else, just like the plastic that makes this phone and other materials, the plastic that makes this computer, and all the components that make everything, like a fan, oh, so many things, even Lambo himself. can now be made out of hemp. But in order for that to happen, there needed to be something out there. Because look, this is how business works. This is how things really work, okay? It's not only is it people adopting it, but it's also why would people adopt it? So now in this case, and by the way, I'm not going to get into all the nitty-gritty details as to negative oil is going to make everything else more expensive on top of the hyperinflation and all that shit. There's other channels that I talk about, and I'm going to tell you guys more about, so you guys can check those out to explain in the nitty-gritty detail as to how all this is going to play out. But anyways, because of what's happening now, in the near future, everything is going to get crazy expensive. Again, not just because of the oil situation, but because of hyperinflation. So as everything starts to get more expensive and we're in a more expensive world, we are going to be looking for less expensive alternatives. Okay? And if all of a sudden this lighter that I have in here right here, instead of this being made out of plastic, I can make this out of hemp plastic, because that's a thing. All right? Because again, the reason that they can't make it out of hemp plastic now is because it'll cost more. But if now oil costs more, and again, I don't want to get into details as to why hemp costs more. In fact, I will get into details as to why hemp costs more. I got time. Hemp costs more because you got to grow it. You got to, it's a whole process, okay? With oil, it's a huge process, but they get subsidies and they get money from the government, as opposed to hemp, where you got to be paying the government, you know what I mean, in order to grow this stuff. All right, that's basically it. There's more details to that, but going now, into this new future world, it's going to become cheaper to make a lighter out of hemp than probably oil. All right. So when we start transitioning into that, all of a sudden now, think about it, so many products would start being made out of hemp. And there's going to be new, new manufacturing, new companies, new everything, okay? Just like all of this stuff that's coming, with 3D printing, all this stuff that's coming with automation, all this stuff that's coming with AI, all these things that are coming with decentralized networks, in order for us to, not get censored by YouTube, as we were talking about earlier, and so on and so forth. What we're moving into right now, we're moving into this really awesome world. All right, and again, a lot of us, we're looking back at this just a few months ago, just a few years ago, talking about this stuff, like I talk about it all the time, near zero marginal cost. I talk about the future. I talk about, how we're going to get from point A to point B. Don't be scared of the future. As long as we are paying attention and controlling what we're, the future here, which we do have control, we'll be fine. Otherwise, it's going to be 1984 dystopia, blah, blah, blah. But anyways, so right now, as you guys can see, the system itself is imploding. They are losing control. All of a sudden, there's going to be, look at all these oil producers across the world. A lot of these oil producers are going to be in bankrupt, especially in the U.S., especially most of them in the U.S. They're going to be in bankrupt. Again, look, in the U.S., they're still at negative right now, okay? Negative 1.5, negative 5.7. I saw negative 40 something still somewhere else. Anyways, the point is that, there's a lot around the world, a lot of oil producers that are just going to go bankrupt. And at the same time, it's all this stuff is like energy. You know what I mean? It's like energy is neither created nor destroyed. It is just transferred. So if literally an oil producer goes bankrupt, at the same time, you're going to see a fucking hemp producer that's making fucking hemp plastic out of 3D printers pop up. You know what I mean? And it's like, and then all this stuff is now all gonna be self-sustainable, green. People are gonna want to buy green as opposed to buying the oil. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, when these things are both equally priced, when oil starts to recover, then what's gonna happen? You know what I mean? People are gonna, well, fuck it. I'd rather get the green alternative. You know what I mean? Why? And so on and so on and so on. And so then all of a sudden, you see people start switching over. And then not only do you see an industry die, but then you see the people that produce this product also die unless they change. So again, how can they change? All of a sudden, instead of becoming, having oil, production, oil, you know what I mean, wells and oil refineries all across the nation, you have, factories, and you have, hemp farms, people growing hemp and making it a sustainable growth. and then having the what is it, the factories in which they'll produce this stuff, and then having the big lighter sign a contract and say, hey, we're going to be selling hemp lighters, and so on and so forth. And think about it. I mean, just think about it from a marketing perspective. BIC, I mean, shout out to BIC. I mean, hey, I hope you guys use this idea. You don't have to pay me for it. But imagine that BIC lighter all of a sudden says, hey, we're going to be making a hemp lighter. Everyone out there that smokes is going to be, oh, I want to get one of those. You know what I mean? Like, and just, and on and on. So, this is just one tiny example of what this means. You know what I mean? Of oil going into the negative means. There's so much. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to stay positive. All right? But there's a lot of negative that comes with this. And a negative to oil producing or countries or oil dependent countries like the United States. All right? So it's very negative, but it can be turned into a positive. Okay? And it can go on and on. You know what I mean? Like I said, basically this whole when you're tuning into this channel, for any new viewers out there, I give different perspectives on all this stuff. Because if you go to pretty much all these other channels, they're going to tell you, exactly what you need to hear about what's really going on with this. Because again, to put it, the gist of it, you know what I mean? The whole gist of what's going on with the oil situation is basically the fact that when oil is in the negative, they have so much oil, all right, that they are paying you to take that oil. All right. Now, you and me can actually get this oil, but the thing is that when they deliver the oil, because they will be delivering this oil to your front door, to your house, where are you going to store that oil? That's the problem that we're having around the world right now. There's no place to store this oil, and they keep pumping and pumping and pumping it. All right. So, that's just one tiny, thing, what's going on there. So, and again, the United States is not the only country that's going to be suffering through this. A country like Russia that's very oil dependent, Iran, Venezuela, and so on and so forth. Any oil producing nation is going to be in big trouble, going forward with this stuff. So, all right, let me read some comments real quick. A few comments. I saw a couple comments coming in. But again, guys, I just wanted to throw you guys a tiny perspective on this, because again, just with the whole oil thing, the U.S. could, again, and once everything goes to shit, they can switch over and say, okay, we're gonna get all these people that are working in the oil fields and blah blah blah, and we're gonna we're gonna turn these into green. You know what I mean? Now we're gonna grow hemp. We're gonna start making hemp products. We're gonna go in that industry, and if they do something like that, the U.S. could be in great shape. But now, are they gonna do that? You know what I mean? Probably not. But are other nations probably gonna do that? Most likely, yeah. What is the largest hemp producing nation in the world? China. All right, just throwing it out there, just letting you guys know. All right. Shout out to everyone out there hanging in today and showing up today for today's live stream. Thank you so much. Let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, there you go, Callie. Thank you for bringing that up. Yeah, again, yeah, it cost $15 a barrel, but it cost $40 to store it, and then on top of that, again, in the cases of some U.S. oil producers, in order for them to break even, they need to sell it for 65 or more a barrel. So I mean, if they're selling it for anything below 65, they're losing money. So if they're selling it for 15, God, I mean. Yeah, exactly. Lucy, again, the same thing with Heineken. Exactly. What was happening out here in this region of Mexico. With that, Heineken is very, very, very similar to hemp. So, yeah, you know what I mean? Like I'm saying, you know what I mean? And then, again, that's just like a tiny, tiny little thing. I just want to throw that out there, so that you guys have a perspective on this, okay? Now we have, let's talk about the other thing. There's like the other thing that I wanted to talk about. We already talked about oil. If you guys want me to talk more about oil, bring up anything else on oil, let me know. But I see this as a humongous opportunity for the world, you know what I mean? For us to now push green energy, push the near zero marginal cost way of, producing things. Because again, look, right now what's going to happen with the oil industry is that they're going to get bailed out. We know this, but as they get bailed out, as they print more money, as this thing accelerates and gets worse, as we get to the point where you're paying $1 million for a cup of coffee and all this implodes upon itself, again, that also means that a lot of things are going to implode as well, meaning, the oil industry, the pharmaceutical industry, and so on, and so many things. So what's going to happen? A lot of these things might not be able to survive. Maybe the big dogs will survive, but not all of them. And then when that happens, you're going to have at the same, exact time, so many brand new technologies, brand new industries, brand new everything. They're going to be popping up onto the market and then, now competing on a level base, and in fact probably offering a better product in many cases than the alternative, and bam, before you know it, oil is a thing of the past, and so many other industries are a thing of the past, but we're going to be replacing them with something awesomer. Again, just like with hemp, hemp could replace oil altogether. We have hemp oil that is better than regular petroleum, and I can go on and on. And not to say that oil and petroleum and these products are not needed, and they're not, in a few cases here and there, they're better alternatives than anything you can get out of hemp in some cases. But now we're going to have the market decide, as opposed to having these people in power decide what is a better product. Because again, back to a lot of people say like, oh, the U.S. is not a communism, the U.S. is not socialist. Listen, man, ever since, things like hemp 100 years ago, over 100 years ago, were made illegal. And the reason they were made illegal is so that things like petroleum could flourish. What about that is not socialism? You feel me? The government is telling you what you need to be using, and not giving you an alternative. In fact, eliminating an alternative. But as all of this progresses, the alternative, is not going away. And in fact, the alternative is now growing in popularity. And, the one that the government is giving us is failing, as is the government itself. So as we are going to rebuild in the future, we might, go the route of hemp. Because again, think about it. And like, if you're going to be living off the grid, it might be a lot easier for you to produce things out of hemp than to dig oil out of the ground, when you can just grow hemp in your farm along with your tomatoes and your onions and your weed and so on and so forth, and your oregano and blah blah blah. So and you can probably, and again, in the future, you're probably going to be able to have a little machine, a little 3D printer that's probably the size of this microwave, where you can feed hemp into, and it'll make all kinds of things for you. You'll probably buy the blueprint for this fan, okay? Instead of buying the fan, all right, then you get some hemp that you either grow yourself or you buy from your local purveyor. You get that hemp, you feed it into your little fucking 3D printer the size of your microwave, and you put in the blueprint for the fan, and bam, before you know it, you got a fan, and it's all made out of hemp, and you made it yourself, and all of a sudden the cost of making it in a factory, the cost of transporting it to a store, the cost of you going to the store, all of the shipping, the storage, all of these things are now all of a sudden eliminated. And by the way, a lot of people are like, oh yeah, but Jose, that's way too far into the future. Look into it, man. It's not that far. There's already people doing all kinds of shit with that, all right? Like, for reals. This is not like the 3D printers are already just a little bigger than the microwave. And I can make already 3D printed guns out of that. 3D printed all kinds of shit. So are you going to seriously? We're there. It's all about bringing the cost down. And again, as everything starts hyperinflating and all this is just going to solve itself right in front of our eyes. So, it's up to you. What are you going to do about it? Again, it's all about knowledge. And then figuring out what you're going to do about it. It could be as simple as investing in 3D printing technology by, opening up a 3D printing shop, where you can, just sell 3D printers, or, imagine a Kinko's, okay? But instead of printers, you got 3D printers, and you supply everything that you need, and people can just show up with their fucking blueprint that they got offline, and they can print whatever the fuck they want. it's endless, guys. Okay, I mean, like, for reals. And so a lot of people that are sitting here and crying and bitching about, you know, like, what all of this, it's like, bro, you people have, I mean, you wake the fuck up, man. You know, this is the opportunity right here of a lifetime, of a generation. For reals, man. You know what I mean? Like, this is such an opportunity for anyone out there awake. And it's not even about having the finances, man. You know, like, it's just ideas and stay alive, you know what I mean? Long enough to, you know, get these things off the ground, and you're good to go. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's just telling the right idea to the right person that has the right amount of finances, and you're good to go. You know what I mean? But being able to formulate the idea, being able to, you know, create a real white paper. By the way, white paper is not just a crypto thing. You know what a white paper is? It's just, again, a business plan, some sort of blueprint. And again, if you can formulate a correct enough, you know, hypothesis for something that could, you know, materialize, again, just a 3D printer Kinko's, you present that to the right person, and, you know, you got yourself a 3D printed Kinko's. You know, but you got to put in that work, and you got to figure it out. Why don't I care about giving all these ideas away? Because, again, just like Gary Vee says, ideas are shit. I'm going to tell you that idea plus a million other ideas, and these things, no one's going to do shit about it because everyone's a lazy fuck. All right? And I hope I'm wrong. You know, I hope no one's a lazy fuck, and you guys put these ideas to work. And before I know it, a month from now, I'm looking at something on Twitter, like, hey, there's a 3D, there's a 3D. A Kinko's is like a 3D printer or whatever. You know, whatever. And again, do it before the corporations do it. Someone's going to do it. And it's just, that's just one tiny thing. Plus the hemp thing. Plus the, I mean, and on and on and on. And that's it. You know what I mean? And what's going to make all of these things, you know, continue to flourish is going to be a lot of the things that we're seeing now. You know, what's going to make Bitcoin and crypto flourish? Again, you know, when as simple things as when the IMF, you know, is saying we're going to be banning stable coins. It's like, okay, sure. You know what I mean? That's not really going to, I mean, all that's going to do is hurt you guys. And what is a stable coin? Look, for anyone out there that buys crypto on an exchange and likes to trade coins and stuff like that, let me see if I can find it. But yeah, there has to be a story here somewhere. Oh, look, right? I mean, the first thing, you know, they're not even fucking around here. Look at this, straight from the IMF. All right, well, we'll read this in a second. All right, we're gonna read this in a second, all right? But who is the IMF? Again, this is Central Bank of Central Banks, the International Monetary Fund. They're the ones that give money. You know, all of a sudden when Zimbabwe needs money, they're the ones that give them money, you know, so on and so forth. You know what I mean? They're owned by the U.S. You know, they're owned by the Fed. And not the U.S. I'm sorry. The U.S. is just another, you know, peon in this whole thing. But the Fed, which now owns the U.S., the Federal Reserve, which now owns the United States of America, all right, they are also, you know, the ones that run the International Monetary Fund. This is what, you know, kind of like supplies money, you know, to the rest of the other, you know, poor countries and shit, or the other countries. And on top of that, you know, in case you guys don't know, Christine Lagarde is the one that's running this now. You don't know who she is, look her up. Anyways, the point is that now they're banning stable coins. What is a stable coin? All right, let's go through that real quick for anyone that doesn't know. Just a quick. You guys can do your own research. I think a lot of you guys already know what's up. But we already know what Bitcoin is. We already know what Bitcoin is. Let's leave it there. All right. What is a stable coin? A stable coin is something like Tether, as you can see here. And Tether is 1-for-1 on the dollar. How they retain their value is that they follow the price of the dollar. And why is that something like this important to some people out there? Because if you're a trader and you're trading, let's say, Bitcoin for Ethereum, or you're trading whatever, you know, you're a trader, and let's say that you bought Bitcoin at $5,000 and you're selling it at $7,000. Well, when you sell it, you got to sell it for US dollars. But you can't get US dollars right off the bat, so they give you Tether. And so Tether remains, you know, the price of the dollar. So, you know, again, you sold it for $7,000, it'll remain at $7,000 until you trade it for actual US dollars or you trade it for another coin. All right? But when there's a lot of price volatility in a lot of these coins, a lot of these markets, what people do as they're trading is that they move into Tether or another stable coin out there. There's a lot of them out there, in order to, again, just hold their value. because again, the U.S. dollar, okay, is, the big chief. Everything retains its value from the U.S. dollar because the U.S. dollar is the world reserve currency, okay? They give the value to everything. That's why right now you see things like Bitcoin, gold, Bitcoin itself, silver and gold itself, and Lambo, you, me, everybody is priced in fucking dollars. But we should be priced in gold, or maybe in the future priced in Bitcoin. But how will we get to that world in which everything is now priced in Bitcoin? Well, very easy. We have the fucking IMF come along and say, hey, we're gonna ban stable coins. And so okay, so if you ban stable coins, then we're gonna have to use something else as a stable coin. And that's where all these other cryptos come in. Now, sure, a lot of people might not want to do that. That's why these stable coins exist. But if there's no other choice, then they're gonna do that. You feel me? And then maybe a stable coin will come out that still retains the value of the dollar, but is all of a sudden now like a Monero or something. Who knows? We don't know what's gonna happen. But all this is going to do is exacerbate the movement of crypto. Now let's go a little further now. Now, why do they want to do this? Well, because, a lot of people, out there, as they're trading, their crypto, or they're buying crypto or what have you, they have to have an off or on ramp, and the on ramp is the US dollar. So right here, what they're trying to start to do is that to eliminate that bridge between dollar and crypto. So all of a sudden now, they want to start making it illegal for you to trade your US dollars or any currency. So it could be the Mexican peso, it could be, the US dollar, it could be a Cuban dollar, and whatever the fuck, okay? It doesn't matter. All of a sudden now, they want to make it illegal for you out there to trade your paper fiat currency for the digital cryptocurrency. All right, so that's what they're starting to do. And again, as you read into this, you come across the fact that what they really want to do is that they want to limit developing countries, developing countries like Mexico, like India, like everywhere in Latin America, everywhere in Africa, everywhere, all of these places in which I tell you that when people don't have a bank. They don't have a bank. Like a lot of the world does not have a bank. And right now they have a choice. All right, what am I going to do? I'm going to choose Bitcoin that I can have on my phone and I'm totally in control. Or I'm going to use this bank, which is, is stealing my money. And so a lot of people are going to have a choice. It's going to be a very easy choice. A lot of people around the world, that's why you see a lot of Africa, you see a lot of Latin America, they use crypto. Because they understand that, they're in control of their money. If you have crypto, but if you give it to the bank, then they're in control of your money. So if you have a choice to go into the digital world, and you have a bank-owned system or a system which you fucking own, then people are going to go into the system that they own. Why would they give their money, the most valuable possession, to a bank that's going to fucking steal it anyway? So what this IMF this new IMF thing it's brand new, it's hitting now, it's effective soon, I guess, I don't know. What they're trying to do with this is that they're trying to ban developing countries from developing ways for them to be able to trade. Again, like imagine you're in Venezuela and you have you just got paid 10 million worthless bolivars, 10 million bolivars that cannot buy you a fucking cup of coffee. And you're thinking, well, I want to trade these bolivars for at least some fucking Bitcoin or some sort of, some Dash. I don't know, any fucking coin, anything out there. Maybe even Tether or whatever, something that's like a US dollar alternative. And they don't want that. The banks are like, no, you got to keep your shitty, bolivars. You got to keep your shitty Venezuelan money. You got to keep your shitty Zimbabwe money. You got to keep your shitty dollar. You cannot trade it away. That's what they're trying to do. But you guys already know, just like when they try to ban drugs, just like when they try to ban anything, it doesn't work. It doesn't work at all, and it makes it worse for them. And that's what's going to happen here, because now they're playing a very dangerous game. That now they're going to go, they're going head on against crypto and saying, okay, we're going to start trying to ban this shit altogether. And you know what I mean? It's like, okay, let's do this. You know what I mean? You want to ban us? You can't. It's like banning air. I mean, unless you do something like in what is it? Like you do in Spaceballs. Remember? Suck. You remember in Spaceballs when they took all the air out of Druidia? All right. I mean, other than that, I mean, you know, unless they do something crazy like that, which they can't. Again, if you understand how the technology behind Bitcoin and crypto work, then you understand. And again, there's a lot of people that understand Bitcoin and they're scared of Bitcoin, you know, because of many reasons. But no, man, you know what I mean? No way. You know what I mean? If shit really starts hitting the fan, you trade that Bitcoin for Monero and you're good to go. You know what I mean? And then eventually when the shit, you know, settles, you go back into Bitcoin. I mean, man, trust me, man. You know, Bitcoin is king, no matter what. You know what I mean? And all these other cryptos are amazing, and I'm all about crypto. I'm all about the open market and all this shit. And who knows? We might be using something like that shitty Bitcoin Cash in the future. You know, who knows? You know what I mean? Like, who knows? You know, the market will decide. You guys will decide. But this is how we're going to get there. You know, when we don't have a choice, you know what I mean? In the sense of like, okay, we have to use this shitty dollar in this shitty system or not, or we don't have to use it. And that's it. You know what I mean? Like, it's not really, you know what I mean? Like, because again, you know, people on what is it? On day-to-day business, if you know, all of a sudden people are going to use these Bitcoins and crypto and Dash and all these other whatever the fuck. Why? Because it's just going to be easier. All right? It's going to be the only alternative that they can really use outside of the fucking system that these bankers set up. And eventually these bankers are going to become obsolete because people are like, well, why are we even using them to begin with? The only reason we use this fiat money now is to pay taxes or to pay this thing but we basically only use Dash on a daily basis, or we only use Bitcoin, or we only use whatever, you know. So yeah, we're moving into that future really quickly, you know what I mean? Just like the thing I was just talking about earlier, you know, with the 3D printing and the hemp and all that shit, and what I was talking about even earlier with the censorship. I mean, it's just gonna happen quicker. You know what I mean? As all the and again, and people are always asking, it's like, well, how quick can they happen? Guys, again, have you been under a rock? You know what I mean? The last couple months? I mean, what do you mean, how quick can they happen? I mean, that quick, okay? As quickly as all this shit happened, that quick. You know, just like how quickly, like, you know, did oil go into negative 40? Really quickly, all right? Remember, they were at, I mean, you know, $20 or whatever, you know what I mean? So they went negative 60, if you really want to look at it. Come on, you know? So, yeah, man. Yeah, guys. But anyways, yeah, man, not too many people watching today because unfortunately this video has been shadow banned, you know, thanks to YouTube. So because of that, you know, yeah, I don't know what to do. I mean, you know, I'm going to put a community tab thing so people can check it out on whatchamacallit, on BitChute and stuff like that. So, you know, people, I don't know, it just kind of sucks. But it's okay, though. You guys are all here, and I don't care. You know what I mean? As long as we're all here together, that's all that matters to me, and I'm glad you guys are here. You know, as always, happy Hump Day Wednesday. I love it. Let's see. Let me read a little bit of the chat. Oh, Lucy. So, yeah, I mean, Lucy, look, Lucy brought up, again, in the comment right there, she goes, the robots are going to do those jobs. Anything automated. The best thing we can do in this moment and in life is to find our talent and cultivate it. Be truly yourself. Ain't no robot can do that. And that's it. You know, that's basically it. All the shit jobs are going to be automated. All right, all the shit jobs are going to be automated, but there's still going to be plenty of jobs for anyone out there that wants to look into their talent and look into who they are and all that stuff. And again, guys, you know, I can go on and on about this stuff, but, you know, a lot of people are like, they're scared, you know, but there's nothing to be scared of. You know, we should all be very happy that we're going to be liberated and go back to being humans again and not be robots, that's what we've been for, you know, a few centuries now. We've just been fucking robots, you know, working for this machine, this military industrial complex, you know, which is terrible. You know, we're just little robots. We're just little machinery. We're dispensable. We're nothing. We're garbage to them. And all of a sudden, things are changing now. You know what I mean? Now, with so many awesome things that are coming online, things are changing, and so will our lives. And it's if you know, do the right thing and take this time that they have given us in order to find out your true talents and what you truly love to do and what you really want to do, man, again, this future out here is not that scary after all. Like, again, I'm not scared of this future. I'm very happy. I'm very, 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 very happy, and I'm looking forward to, every second of this future, as I hope a lot of you guys are as well. And that's it. So thank you. I brought, hey Angie, how's it going? And shout out to everyone out there watching. Shout out to all of you guys. But again, this has happened more than once in history. As we build better technology, better alternatives, better whatever, the older generation is like, oh, what are we gonna do? How is this gonna affect us? Blah blah blah. But again, it always works out for the best, guys. I mean, trust me, all right? Again, you remember, the things that the robots are doing is shit that we shouldn't be doing anyway. At all. We shouldn't. You know that. We all know that. All right? Oh, by the way, there's the whole so right now, Cali's saying, oh, Angola's having hyperinflation. Listen, a lot of countries are having hyperinflation, right? Angola, you know what I mean? Like, let's just add that one to the list. There's a lot of countries that are going through hyperinflation, and this all started when the stock market went from 30K all the way to 18K, and like that, you know what I mean? Like, everybody around the world lost 30%. So, and then as depending on each country, depending on how stable their economy is, on many factors, that was what was the catalyst, or not the catalyst, as to hyperinflation, or starting to go into inflation, or just turning the economy upside down. So again, a country like Russia, things, a lot of people lost 30% of their value. Things got a little more expensive, but things kind of stayed, remained the same as Mexico, and just people, the peso got more expensive, things at the store were the same price, gas got cheaper, but that's about it, nothing too crazy. But again, in places like Uganda or Angola, whatever the fuck, and all these other countries around the world which have a less stable economy, less stable situation, yeah, man, not only are they probably hitting hyperinflation, but way worse. We know that, it's just a fact. So a lot of the world is hurting right now, and right now the U.S. is not necessarily hurting, but they're going to be hurting real soon too, because it's like, this cannot go on for any. Look, the reason that this cannot go on any longer, or much longer, is because we're already approaching levels of insanity that we never thought we would ever get to, and we're about to hit 25 trillion any day now. We should be hitting 25 trillion on the U.S. national debt. I'm glad we finally caught up. And look, we already added another half a trillion. Okay, wait, no, half a billion. I'm sorry, we already had another half a billion in the process. But yeah, we have a lot to go. We can get into that in a minute. But forgot what I was saying. Hold on, let me go back to the comments here. But yeah, the hyperinflation is coming, guys. Brace yourselves. Oh, yeah. Angie's saying that she found out that the World Health Organization, WHO, is 75% funded by vaccines, no conflict there. Yeah, no, of course. And again, we talked about this many times, how Bill Gates is behind all that, and so on and so forth. Bill Gates, the same guy that is pushing for eugenics. He wants, to depopulate the earth. Look it up yourselves. He talks about it all the fucking time. He says that we have too many people on earth, and we have to find a way to make the population of earth less in the most humane way possible. And that's the same motherfucker that wants to give everybody a vaccine. Okay. You know what I mean? No, thank you. It's like, get the fuck out of here, bro. You know what I mean? Get the fuck out of here with that shit, you fuck. So yeah. Hey, any questions? Any comments? Anything? Let's talk. I mean, we got a few more things to talk about. We got to talk about Ripple XRP. Ripple is now suing YouTube. Oh boy, that means that my channel and a lot of channels could not be around much longer if that takes hold. So, you know, Ripple, a shit coin out there, a fucking scam coin, is now going after crypto YouTubers. So that's happening. So, let's talk about the halvening that's coming up in 19 days. 19 days, Bitcoin halvening. And again, like I want to keep reminding everybody, in case you guys haven't been reminded yourself, rent is due next week. How's that 1,200 stimulus money coming along? Is that doing great? Fucking sucks, huh? Yeah, exactly. No bueno. No bueno. Oh, chill music. Yeah, actually, so yeah, guys, you know, we're gonna talk about that in a second. Let me see. Yeah, right. Poor snakes. Hold on one second. Hold on. I gotta take care of something off screen for 1 second. Be right back after these messages. See. All right. Alrighty. Sorry about that, guys. Just chilling for a minute. Yeah, it is a mean thing to say about snakes. Poor snakes. What did the snake ever do to you? But again, speaking of snakes, you know, we got another snake out here, a snake from the crypto world out there. Ripple XRP. All right, that coin, that project. I'm not going to talk too much about it, but you know, basically out there for anyone that cares, you know, what's going on is that now this scam coin is going after, you know, crypto YouTubers, you know, saying that, you know, because there's a lot of crypto YouTubers out there that call that coin the scam that it is, and they've apparently not happy anymore about that, so now they're suing YouTube in order to go after this content. So we're gonna see how that goes. I mean, I know that they're going after a bunch of other content, but I know how all this works, and it's not gonna be good for who knows, maybe nothing happens, but that's just something that's happening with that. So again, more censorship. And then what is XRP Ripple? They're a bank coin. You know, they were a coin that was created by some fucking douchebags that all they wanted to do was provide a coin, a liquidity payment system for the central banks so that they can continue business as usual. Obviously, it didn't work because the banks are like, oh, okay, yeah, you know what? We're just going to make our own coin, you know? Fuck you guys. We don't need you. We'll just make our own coin. Why would we, you know, use you? We can just make our own. Because, again, that's the beauty of crypto. You can just make your own. So, yeah. You know what I mean? That's that. And they're still around, and they're still shilling and selling their product to a bunch of people out there that think that this coin is going to be something one day, and it's not. And it's not even a blockchain. It's not even anything. I mean, I don't want to get into it all that because, again, this video might be, you know, considered a problem, you know what I mean, by those individuals already. And, you know, again, because of the sue that YouTube is now about to, you know, encounter, yeah, who knows? And I've made a lot of videos on that topic. That's why, I mean, I'm like, uh-oh. And it's not just me. Pretty much any crypto YouTuber that really cares about this space and talks about this space in the correct way, then yeah, you know what I mean, for sure, you know what I mean, we're all under fire because, you know, we definitely, you know, if we're just like reviewing a coin or reviewing a project, I'm gonna tell you exactly what I think about it, and yeah, you know what I mean, like, You know, as soon as you dissect it and you know about the technology, you already know that this is no bueno. No bueno. And so now that company, again, this is the world that we live in. You know, that company is now going after, you know, the people out there that are, you know what I mean, actually setting the alarm bells, because all the time, anyone that's new into crypto, they're always asking me, hey, so I've only heard about Bitcoin, but I keep hearing about XRP. What do you think about XRP? And it's always like, damn. You know what I mean? Like, and it sucks, you know what I mean? And like, you know, XRP is just basically a scam coin, you know? And I don't want to get too detailed into it because, I mean, it just is because, again, I've already made plenty of episodes and things talking about that. But, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it's unfortunate, but that's something that's going to be happening. You know, just like all of the other censorship that's happening right now. Like, this video right now is being censored. You know, I'm live streaming, but it's being censored, as most of you guys have already figured out. Which is, again, also sad and sucks. So, but it is what it is, though. You know, again, it's only going to, you know, exacerbate this whole thing for all of us to move forward. Because, you know, look, a lot of viewers out there are always saying, hey, if you move to a platform, I'll move with you. And that's the thing, you know. You know what I mean? Like most people, including myself, we don't move completely to one platform simply because of the fact that, you know, a lot of us think that, you know, we're not going to find our audience won't follow. But, you know, the reality is that, like, if most of us, all of us, move from one platform to the other, everyone's just going to move. And we're going to find that out the hard way, you know, or we're going to find that out anyway, you know, one way or the other, as soon as you know, this mass purge continues to happen. Again, the mass purge is not just on crypto YouTubers and financial channels and so on and so forth. It's all across the board on many channels, all kinds of content. And yeah, it's only a matter of time when a lot of this content is going to be forced off of YouTube, forced off of this platform, and then you know, people are still going to want to find it, and people will find it, and they're just going to find it somewhere else, and all those people and other people are just going to move over there, because a lot of people that are behind YouTube, they think that, oh, you know, we're going to give them all the stuff on Comcast, you know, all those things that they can get on cable for free here on YouTube, so they don't, you know, there's no need for them to go watch the YouTube stuff on another platform like BitChute or whatever, because, again, you know, people just want to watch, you know, this late night TV crap. But that's the thing, people don't want to watch that shit, you know, and so that's why people watch, you know what I mean? So we watch people like me and others, you know, all over, you know, all the other people we watch on YouTube, because I watch YouTube. I don't watch any mainstream media. I don't think most of us don't, you know what I mean? And if we do, it's just basically because out of, you know, out of habit. You know, but it's an easy habit to break. Trust me. And look how well informed I am, and I don't look at any mainstream media. The only time I look at mainstream media is when somebody sends me a clip of something, and I'm like, what is this? And I feel like every time that I see anything from the mainstream media, it's basically just like an Onion article. It's all Onion article stuff. You know, you guys know the Onion. You guys remember the Onion, right? How's it going, John? How's it going, Pearl? I'm just reading some comments real quick. Yeah, so when is this lockdown going to be over? Who knows? But obviously the lockdown is going to be very different for everybody. Here in Mexico right now, where I decided to stay, it's been extended to the 30th, extended to May 30th. But as each day goes on, I see more and more people on the street just saying, fuck this shit, fuck the rules, we're going to do whatever the fuck we want, suck it. As in the U.S., we're seeing protests, you know, and I've talked about this in other episodes, and it's only exacerbating even more, but we're seeing more protests happening every day all across the U.S. People have had enough, you know, everywhere from California to Minnesota to fucking wherever, you know, everywhere, you know, and people are just like, had enough. And they want to go back to work, back to normal life, back to everything. They don't want no vaccines. They don't want no more tests. They don't want no. That's it. They're done. That's it. Game over. All right. And yeah, we're seeing a lot of pushback. And let's see how this is all gonna end. You know, you're asking me when it's gonna end. I have no fucking idea. Whenever they want it to fucking end. All right. And that's the thing. I mean, again, you know, it's up to us. You know, how long are we gonna be sitting here and be submitting to this crap? You know, how much longer are we going to keep submitting to these fucking overlords that think that they own us? Oh, because they do own us. You know what I mean? And they own us because we let them own us. You know, that's it. I mean, it's really that simple, you know, but a lot of people just don't want to, you know, push back because, you know, that they might bleed and they might get hurt. or they might, all this stuff. But, as we're seeing all these protests, as we're seeing people push back, as we're seeing all this going across, not just in the U.S., all across the world, and, it's making me very happy. It's making me very optimistic that, humans, are again, they've had enough. They're waking the fuck up, and they're realizing that, that's it. It's game over. You know what I mean? Or if it's not, again, game over for one of us. Meaning that if we don't push back, it's gonna be game over for the human race in the sense of like, it's gonna be dystopia 1984 for everyone across the globe. So we gotta start pushing back, and at the very least, getting back to normalcy, and at the very best, getting back everything we lost. But we're in that process right now, so it's gonna be very interesting to see it all play out. That's for sure. I mean, we're seeing it play out right now. That's it. It's people just, that's it. It's over. You know what I mean? Like, but it doesn't mean the fat lady has not sung. It's not, far from over. We still have a ways to go. For this whole thing to to develop and shit like that. But we gotta, it's the beginning it's already here. There's the beginning of the evolution into something else. All the things that we've been talking about here already earlier today on today's episode. All the how this oil catastrophe could help other industries like the hemp industry flourish. And start bringing about things like 3D printers on a regular basis. Just so many things. Just go back earlier in the and just so many things. I mean, honestly, you got you can't have awesomeness without. You cannot make an omelet without breaking a few eggs. And in this case, the breaking of the eggs here, you know what I mean? It's like those people out there that are getting caught in the middle. And there's a lot of people that are getting caught in the middle. But, the reason that a lot of us out here are not going to get caught in the middle is because we've already been caught in the middle. We've already been caught in the system. A lot of us that are awake, we're awake only because we or a family member or somebody, have been caught in the system. And once you get caught in the system, that wakes you up so fucking fast, it's not even funny. And, that's where we're a little bit ahead of the game here, but a lot of people, they still never been caught in the system until now. Or in the very near future as all this starts, developing. And then that's it, I mean? It's just, it's a progress. And it sucks, for a lot of people out there that are going to get, what is it, like thrown into the wood chipper as all this happens. But we've tried to warn as many people as humanly possible, and at this point all we can do is try to save those that can find a way to not go into the wood chipper. But for everyone that's going into the wood chipper, there's nothing we can do anymore. It is what it is, and we cannot be held responsible. We have to be held responsible for our own life and our own action, and how we, can better our lives, our families' lives, the human race, and all this shit going forward. And that's it, I mean, it is what it is. So, put a little music real quick. Some comments. Thank you, Toñito. Thank you for supporting. And if you really want to support, share my videos, share my content, share my channel. That's the best way you can really support. Besides watching, obviously, but share. Share my content, man. Because right now, I mean, this video is getting shadow banned. I mean, so please help me help you guys. That's right. Using those hemp products, man, to save the earth. That's right. May 30th, I know that's insane, the whole May 30th thing. But in India and other countries around the world, it's also May 30th. I don't know. I don't understand any of this stuff. You know what I mean? Like it's I don't know. I mean, I'm not even gonna sit here and pretend, or if it's the lizard people or the aliens or what. Something's happened. So, let's see what other. Let's just live stream for a little bit longer, not too much longer. If there's anyone out there that wants to add to the conversation, anything like you guys have any questions, any comments, anything, let me know. A few things that I had written down here is the fact that on May 12th is the Bitcoin halving, what that means for anyone out there that doesn't know what it means is the fact that Bitcoin is going to be the production of Bitcoin per mining situation is going to be cut in half. And that's it. So basically, there's going to be less big. I'm not going to get into technical stuff because the people that know, you know. The people that don't know, don't care. But the point is that the value of Bitcoin all of a sudden is going to, in a sense, increase because there's going to be even less Bitcoin to go around. That's all you need to know for anyone, for anyone on either side of the argument here. So that's going to be happening on May 12th, which is 19 days away. We're going to have the Bitcoin happening. So again, usually we don't see much action, it is what it is, I really do think that, Bitcoin, just like gold, just like silver, holds a completely different place as a tool to help us in our financial futures going forward. But yeah, guys, I honestly think, maybe in the future on a day-to-day transaction basis, we might be using other things, like Dash or Litecoin or Monero or whatever. All right, not necessarily Bitcoin, but it's just like, again, gold. Like, how can you not know and hold, know what the importance of gold is and hold and give gold the proper importance that it deserves. Even though most people will use silver as currency, as money. And gold is more like something else. So it's kind of like the same thing, We don't know exactly how this is going to translate. We're just trying to speculate here on Bitcoin, not just being money, currency, and a holder of value like gold. But it's going to be all that stuff and then some. Because like I say to many people, there's so many people that are moving out here, or moving to another part of the world, and all of a sudden, as soon as they're moving, and they have all their gold and silver, they're asking me, hey, how do I move my gold and silver? And I'm like, there's really no way. The only way is that you got to transfer that into crypto, move. Once you move, then you buy that gold and silver again. That's it. There's, unfortunately, right now, because of all the laws and restrictions, it's very difficult to get that done and even trust anyone to do it for you. So, there's people, just like the whole thing about getting caught in the system, that people don't understand a lot of this shit until they get caught in the system. It's the same thing with crypto. People don't really understand it until you fucking need it. And once you need it, you're like, shit, now I get it. And that's it. Like, but there's definitely a need for crypto, 1 billion%, for anyone that doesn't think that this stuff is needed, that this stuff is just a fad. Man, This is like the people that called the internet a fad back 30 years ago, Yeah, this whole internet is such a fad, right? It's the same thing with this, They've been asking and talking about internet money, not digital money. Digital money's been around a very long time. I'm talking about a internet money, a money of the internet, and this is what this finally is. Basically, because we're moving into a digital world, a world on the internet, in cyber. Again, not just in cyberspace, in fucking in virtual reality, with augmented reality. There's just so many things, And so, like, again, we need money for this. All the young kids, they get this shit, They've been playing with this stuff, whether they're playing Call of Duty or playing, Fortnite or whatever they're playing. They've already, they understand what digital currency is and the value and how that stuff works as opposed to like a dollar, So, yeah, Like, it's all up to the old dinosaur farts, Anyone over 30, There's an old dinosaur fart that might not get this. That's it. So that's what I mean by old dinosaur fart. Anyone over 30. That's me included. Christian included. Shit like that. She's not over 30, but, whatever. She's smart. But she gets it. She gets it because again, like when you live in another country where you have to use the dollar as a reserve currency and everything is valued in the dollar, man, you definitely get the value of crypto a lot quicker. But in a world where, everything is valued in dollars or euros, you don't see the value so much until some shit happens. You know what I mean? They can't seize your Bitcoin. They can't just take your Bitcoin. Despite what you might fucking think or people tell you out there, they can't really take your crypto away from you. All right? Unless you're dumb enough to fucking leave your keys lying around for them to find it. Just like anything else. All right? So, yeah, guys. For show, for cheesy. Let me see. So let me see what's in the comments. Well, first of all, Alexandru, you ask a great question. And the great question is, what do you think of my country getting a loan of 200 million from the IMF? Well, first of all, I don't know what country you're in. All right? And what do I think about those loans that they're distributing all across the world? Because, again, that's part of that money that, remember, the United States of America is, the Fed is printing a lot of US dollars, with part of this whole bailout, all right? And they're giving money to countries. I don't know what country you're in, but basically, if you're accepting money in these, in loan form, all right, it's not good for your country. Mexico is not accepting any money, so that's great. They don't fucking need the money. And a lot of people that are politicians, or a lot of people that are, on the opposite side of the aisle, political-wise, are saying, why don't we accept that money? We need that money for COVID-19, whatever the fuck, and blah, blah, blah. And, President of Mexico goes, no, we're good. We don't need any of that shit. Don't worry about it. Just stay home. Stay home. We don't need the money. All right. And by the way, to answer Pearl's question out there, check out my other channel for more information on what's going on out here in Mexico. But yeah, long story short, they are distributing food and stuff, and people are just getting back to work. That's basically what's going on here. Remember, government is optional here, so people don't really, the government said May 30th, and people said, what? May 30th, man, go fuck yourself. We're gonna go back to work tomorrow, and that's it. That's what's happening. The end. And there's no government mandated, hey, stay home, you can't do this, you can't do that. So that's not going to happen here. And if it does, I'll let you know on the other channel. But so far, nothing. You know what I mean? Oh, you're in Moldova. Yeah, well, that's no good, man. There's a lot of, look, you want to know what that $200 million, yeah, I can't believe it's only $200 million. That's it. That's so little. But anyways, if you really want to know how an IMF loan is going to affect your country, check out Argentina. Check out any country out there that readily accepts IMF loans. It doesn't end well for your economy. All right? So that's all I need to say. Moldova, I know a little bit about Moldova. I'm not going to get into details on that one, but the point is that I know that Moldova is pretty poor country, and they would jump at the chance to receive this $200 million loan, and they're definitely probably, I'm sure you guys are doing totally fine with the fucking coronavirus, but this is just free money, because this is not necessarily a loan. Again, it's a loan, but it's free money. The IMF is just giving this money to the country, and the country is now indebted that amount of money. And what happens is that they don't pay that debt, then the IMF will come into Moldova and say, now you owe us this. This is now ours. Whatever that is, it could be many things. So what's happening in Moldova, it's what's happening in a lot of countries around the world that keep accepting these US dollars from the IMF. Because that's what it is. It's US dollars. And again, we already went through who owns the IMF. All right, the IMF is run by the United States. The Fed runs the United States. Okay, the Fed is now in charge of the Treasury. So now they're in 1,000% charge of the U.S. and therefore in charge of the IMF and all these other entities. And again, the central banks that run the world are now all funneling everything through the United States without even fucking no question from nobody. Nobody's questioning a fucking thing. So long story short, the $200 million loan from the IMF to Moldova, it's not good for Moldova, man. Sorry. But anyways, guys, any more questions, any more comments, any more anything, let me know. I think we're going to be cutting this one short. That's it. I'm going to do 5 more minutes, all right? 6 more minutes. Shout out to Opie. Shout out to Alejandro. Shout out to Pearl. Shout out to Daniel. Shout out to Angie, Lucy, John, Tonito, Loretta. All of you guys out there. By the way, Loretta, you're probably wondering, yeah, this is the same shirt I saw you guys with a few days ago. And again, I want to apologize if I stunk the other day. But this shirt, how about this? You know, I might as well tell you guys a funny story to end the episode. So, do you guys, is anyone out there familiar with Seinfeld and the BO episode? You remember the BO episode? The episode where Seinfeld bought a car, and I think somebody was borrowed the car, or somebody, I don't know, he left it in a parking lot. I don't know what the fuck happened, but somebody with really horrible BO got in that car, and the BO was so bad, it got on the upholstery, and nobody could get rid of the BO on the car. All right. Anyways, I thought that was very exaggerated. I didn't think that could happen in real life until this shirt happened. This is one of my favorite shirts ever, and no matter, I can wash it, and I can like literally stick it in like Downy for like fucking 15 days straight. And yet, as soon as I wear it and I sweat a little bit in this shirt, the BO that comes off the shirt is beyond insane. So, the other day when I saw you guys, this is a brand new shirt. And again, I had just soaked it in Downy for like a fucking month. And I'm thinking, all right, we're good to go. We saved the shirt. And by the time I got to your house, I was like, fuck. You know what I mean? So, I apologize ahead of time, you know, in case you saw little green stink waves. Again, I wear it on TV because you guys can't see any green stink waves. But you know, it is what it is, and you know, Lambo's used to it already. You know, so's my wife, so it's not a big fucking deal, you know. But yeah, you know what I mean. Like, sorry, I had to share that with you. For all of you guys lucky enough to be here to see that, you know, I mean, again, I share with you guys as much as possible because hey, why the fuck not? I mean, the fucking internet and the government already knows everything about me. Might as well share it with you guys, you know. Right. So, yeah, not sure. See, I think Loretta already tuned out. She probably already passed out from the fucking fumes. I apologize again ahead of time. Right, that's right, Loretta, that's right. We were social distancing, so I was good. Right? Man, what's up with this fucking piano music, bro? Jesus Christ, man. So fucking, you know what? I don't know. I want to stay longer on the live stream because the thing is, I actually got to go to the meat store, but I don't feel like going to the meat store. You know, I had some fucking, I had some Little Caesars pizza last night, and it was awesome. It was great, the best, until it was time for bedtime. No bueno, not good. Had a horrible fucking night, so I'm like feeling like kind of like shit right now, and pun intended. So I was like, fuck, you know what I mean? Like, man, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I was supposed to go out and do a couple errands, but I don't know. I might not. I might just, I don't even know what I'm going to do. But yeah. The wifey wants to make some banana bread, so we might do that. But anyways, yeah, if there's any more comments, questions, anything out there, let me know. But I think we're going to end it. I mean, what else are we going to talk about? I mean, it is what it is, right? So, I mean, man, we could talk about this, but I don't think a lot of you guys, the whole stablecoin thing, I talked about it enough. You guys can, you can just Google, all right, what it said right here, right? I Googled IMF banned stablecoins, and that's it. But it's very hot. It's getting very hot out here. What is the weather like? Let me see. The weather in Mexico right now is like 700 billion degrees. 91 with a lot of humidity. There was a lot of humidity in the air. Yeah, 50, feels like 95. It's going to get to 104 later, boys and girls. Oh, well, I can't talk about how I'm going to smuggle you into Mexico, bro. Then we would all be implied on the, what is it? We were all going to be accessories to the crime. But yeah. Listen, I mean, I'm already running out of fumes here. I got nothing else to talk about. But regardless, guys, hey, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate you guys. You guys are beyond awesome. You know, as always, you know, always being here every week, every Wednesday, every upload. Oh, I know what I can do. So look, real quick before I forget, I got some new videos coming up. All right, hold on. We got some new videos coming up. I just made these yesterday. So this weekend, me and Christian, we spent the day in the kitchen. A little sneak peek. So we spent the day in the kitchen. We made that guacamole that we were talking about on the other channel. We made some empanadas. All right. And, just showing you guys, in the kitchen. We cooked some other stuff. We did a bunch of other things. Showed you all the stuff that I bought at the store and beyond. All right. So check it out. Check it out. I'm going to upload that tomorrow, later. Not quite sure when. But I'm going to upload all three at the same time. I separated. I got the 1 hour long episode. All right. That's the whole day in the kitchen. All right. Then we got just the guacamole episode. And then we got the empanada episode. All right. And I'm going to upload them all three at the same time so that, I want to see how the algorithm, plays with this thing. All right. Let's see how it works. All right, we got if you want to see everything we did, pretty much unedited, very, very little edited throughout the whole day, you can watch the 1 hour long thing. If you just want the guacamole episode, just seeing the guacamole, got that. And if you just want to see the empanadas, you can just see that. All right, for your viewing pleasure. All right. So we got all that coming up. I'm probably going to be uploading that tomorrow, so expect that on the channel tomorrow. So check out my other channel, all right, Jose Arteaga Travels, right, for those, all three of them being uploaded at the same time, and let's see how that goes. I'll show you my channel real quick in case no one out there doesn't know what it is. By the way, I also got a new episode, the Rona update. All right, Rona update for 420. Check that out. I'm gonna see if I can do another Rona. I think I might do another Rona update. All right, so I'll keep you posted on that. Also, on this channel, I did an interview with Callie Picker. I posted it on my channel. Also, check out Callie Picker's channel, please. By all means, go support him and check him out. And what else? And that's it. I think that's it. You already know what to do. Go to my website. All right. You already know they're shadow banning my content like this upload. Check me out on BitChute. Check me out on Library. Check me out on the podcast. I'm going to be doing more Boomer and the Zoomer and just so many things. And look, last night me and the Zoomer were supposed to record, but we didn't record because I was making all these videos. All right, so it was my fault last night. Okay, and so on. And then tonight, I'm not quite sure. Hopefully, it's not my fault, but maybe we can record something tonight. You can expect a podcast there. This that you're listening to right now is also going to be in podcast form for your listening pleasure, and as is just about everything, guys. So, with that being said, guys, thanks again for watching. Don't forget to please like, please subscribe, please share, please hit that bell icon. Please stay safe out there, stay awesome, and more importantly than anything else, live every day like it's your last, because who knows, there might be a fucking meteor coming tomorrow. All right, later, guys. Bye.